in the process of demonstrating my point, and we're going to have to crank down on this several times hard. For science, we're going to put 4 helicoils in it. I'm going to show you how you do that in case you ever strip one of your cylinder bolts out. This is a helicoil. Okay? That's what it looks like. They'll come in a kit like this. And you'll have a bit, you'll have a tap, you'll have everything. We're going to go ahead and drill the holes with the bit that they give us right now. Now it's a good alternative to not throwing your cases away, because you can actually repair the threads on them. You don't want to drill too deep, but you can repair the holes with lots of different things. I'm not going to get into that. Horrible, nasty little cases that I got cases coming over. So we're going to use these in a small demonstration. The importance of using a torque wrench and stuff, and minimizing your stack of gaskets on the base and everything else with actually paper gaskets and wire. Alright, we got that done. Now, this is your tap, okay? My suggestion to you is take it nice and slow, use some oil, but for me, it's not going to matter with this, so I'm going to do this kind of quickly. And I would suggest putting some oil on it too. That would help. To the rhythm! Would I be doing it like this if that was my engine and I was putting a helicoil in it? No. You're going to put your helicoil in this groove. I don't know why this groove is. It's got some silicone in it. Now you don't want to over tighten it. You go to flush like that, and that's it. Now, I'm not quite sure what this was for. I think this is to break the tab. You should read the instructions, I guess. Okay, it broke. All right. And there you go. Then your helicoils installed. And we are going to do this 5 more times. I mean, 3 more times, sorry. Whatever that is in there, it's got to go. and it was silicone. Okay, now they fit like they're supposed to. Screw it down in there. Make sure you're flush. That breaks it right off. Well, that one came out. I don't know where it went, but that one, the other one. Right. That's pretty much all there is to it. Now this fits on there properly now. See? Already got one. We need one right here. Alright, so that silicone drying in there. Now we will take our little, I don't know why they put rubber on. I guess you take it off every time you use it. And there you are. So now we got all of our. Has anybody ever made that mistake? Okay. Now we can crank down on them. Good and hard. Okay? How you like the porting in this one, huh? Can't even see the piston. Anyway, this is what we're going to do. We are going to take a dial indicator. And we're going to put right here one time, then we're going to put it right here. And we're going to torque these bolts down. And on those two gaskets, we're probably going to see it move. If you don't use a torque wrench or something proper, you have a good chance of it doing this, and the other thing. So we'll get into that. Get into that pretty soon. All right, let's get back to this. This is what we've done. We've got this clamp down to the table. This is to demonstrate there's no gasket in this at all. I tightened it down like anybody would. This is set on 0. And like I said, there's no gasket on it at all. And I always tighten in a crossways pattern on 0. Okay, that's good. So we're going to put a couple gaskets under that. Now I'm putting on 2 gaskets. A lot of people do that to try to get their piston and squish, and not necessarily squish, but their piston below the, or not below, but even with the exhaust port. We're going to go in a pattern from here to here, from here to here. All right. We're going to 0 it, making sure that we have forward and back. Okay, we do. All right. So if you don't know about a torque wrench, you should always unload it. Don't ever, whenever you have it set on a certain torque, and I know most all y'all know this, maybe some of you don't, but you don't ever leave it loaded like I've got it on 80 inch-pounds right now. I don't want to leave it like this, because keeping the tension on these all the time kind of screws with the accuracy of them, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to go 60 inch-pounds first. And this is how you lock it. This is how you lock the bottom. And you can see that's at 60. You'll have the 0 right here, and it'll line up with the 60 right there. 60 inch-pounds is how many foot-pounds? 12 divided into 5 times 12, 60. So that's 5 foot-pounds. Okay, so that's a good start. We're going to pay close attention. We're going to start in this pattern, just like I said. Now get in there. There you go. I'll get this. Okay. Just about pull it back to 0. Okay. We're within a couple thousandths. Now we're going to go up to 10 foot-pounds, which will be 120. And you can see the 120 there, lined up with the line. Now let's say you wanted to go to 25 foot-pounds, and then you just line it with the mark, the 5 on this at 120. So that'll give you 125. We're going 120 foot-pounds, which is inch-pounds, which is 10 foot-pounds. We're still close. And this one again. We're not too bad at 10 foot-pounds. So let's say suppose you don't have a torque wrench. We're just going to tighten them with this. And let's going to say we're not going to tighten them in a pattern. Let's just say I'm going to go around on one side of the bike, I'm going to get these two, and then I'm going to walk around on the other side and get the other two. Let's see what happens. And for good measure, we're going to really tighten up. About 10. 12? Yeah, that's about 12. 12 thousandths ain't very much. Well, let's see what it's going to look like on a crank piston. All right. So let's say it is leaning over. I can't get it to lean over. These bearings up here this way, rocking this way, they might, But this is going to stay straight while this cylinder is wanting to push up this way. It will go this way, but it's the twisting. Whenever you put that, then you put a bind on this bearing up here, on this bearing right here. So it is very important to use a torque wrench. So let's do another experiment. The gasket's out. And we're going to do the same experiment, and we're going to see what happens then. And I say that when you tighten your cases together, put the cylinder on, to tighten the cylinder on. You don't have to have a piston on or anything like that, but what that does, it levels the two cases out, then tighten the case. Because the two cases, if they're like this, then that'll lean your jug too. And we are going to tighten it down. Always use a torque wrench or metal gaskets would be your best bet. If you have to stack 3 gaskets on the bottom, that's way too much. You need to cut a spacer or something like that. That's the reason I'm making this thing here. I want to cut proper spacers, proper thickness spacers, proper thickness, proper base gaskets, and everything else, you know. So that's the reason I saved this part of that horrible little cases. The other piece right here, whenever we do the bottom end or the cases on the other motor, or the motor, when the cases come in, what I did with this is I can bolt this on. I got this upside down actually right now, but I'll bolt this on to the case, and then I'll know exactly what kind of play I have on my crank. And then I'll be posting the expansion rates of die-cast, aluminum, and stuff like that. Pour metal is what it's called. And steel and what have you. And I think that's going to be interesting too. So please leave me a comment, hit like and subscribe. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe. Okay? So we're done with this. The porting was really good on that, wasn't it? You couldn't even see the piston when it's on the way down. Kidding. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas to all y'all, everybody. And I'm gonna leave some shouts out. Some shouts to some channels. And they're good channels, you go check them out. Subscribe to them and show them some love. All right? Y'all have a good day.